Hi, today we're doing rotations. Okay, so a rotation is a transformation that is turning a figure around a fixed point called the center of rotation. Center. Okay, a translation is, whoops, that should say rotation. Haha, LOL. A rotation is an isometry. So, okay, this should also say rotated. I'm going to fix your notes. Hilarious. Okay, a rotation is an isometry, so the image of a rotated figure is congruent to the pre-image. In a rotation, each point and its image are equidistant from the center of rotation. Okay, so what that's saying is that I start with A, and if I'm rotating it around P to its image spot, okay, it's going to be the exact same distance from P as A. Like I wouldn't rotate it and now it's like way out here. Okay, that's something else. So these two have the little congruent marks on them to show that those segment lengths are congruent. The measures of those lengths are the same, so they're equidistant. Okay, one more thing. I need to tell you guys this. This right here, I don't know why I didn't use the purple arrow. It's just early. Okay, so this right here is the angle of rotation. Angle of rotation. Okay. Oh, here, that's actually, it has a name. This is angle AP prime. So angle AP prime is the angle of rotation. That's a lot of arrows, sorry. Okay. When we rotate counterclockwise in the coordinate plane, it might be weird to you to say, oh, we're going to start with counterclockwise. In math, around the origin, counterclockwise is the positive direction. So to math people, it's not weird to do counterclockwise. That's like our jam. So you might remember that the quadrants are numbered 1, 2, 3, and then 4. It's not an accident that they're numbered in the counterclockwise direction. Okay, that's the positive direction for math. Okay, so we're going to talk about positive first. Okay, rotating counterclockwise in the coordinate plane. So let's pretend I have my little point P. It's got some x and y coordinate. It looks like x might be, what, like 3 or something? And y could be 1. I'm just making this up. This is just a for instance, because it makes more sense to me if I use real numbers and try to imagine what it would be like. So I don't know what those are, but that's my best guess. If I rotate P around the origin 90 degrees, okay, you can see that the point that we land on, P prime, is actually going to be -1, +3. Okay, so what happens is that the x and y flip-flopped, swapped spots, okay? And we had to make the former y coordinate, current x coordinate, negative. Okay, so x and y swap. And this one turned negative. You know what? We're going to say opposite because if it had started off negative, we're just going to say opposite. Opposite. Okay. Cool. So that's our rule. What I'm going to do is take my X and Y, flip-flop them, and this Y is now going to be negative in its new spot. Now, if we go 180 degrees around the origin, okay, here's my point, my starting point, 3, 1. Okay, I'm rotating, boop, 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 boop. Okay, 180 degrees in the positive direction, counterclockwise. I'm now at, this looks like -3, -1. Okay, so they didn't flip-flop spots this time. The X is still where it was, the Y is still where it was, but both of the signs changed. Okay, so X and Y stay, but both are opposite. Okay, so that's counterclockwise. If we go clockwise, something very similar happens. All right, well, let's look. So here's my point P. Okay, I'm going to rotate P 90 degrees about the origin. Okay, this was 3, 1. Let's pretend. Well, now it's at 1, -3. 1, -3. So you can see that my X and Y traded spots. Okay, and my new Y coordinate, my old X, is opposite. So X and Y swap. And this one is opposite. I'm going to say in sign. I like that better. Okay. So we just say this, our old Y turned into our new X. Our old X turned into our new Y. And it went opposite. Okay, what about 180 degrees about the origin? Okay, guys, we're doing the same thing. Last time we went this way, boop, 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 boop. Okay, this time we're going clockwise, boop, 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 boop. We literally end up in the same spot. So we figured this out on our symmetry day, but whether you rotate counterclockwise or clockwise 180 degrees, like you're in the same spot. So if this is our point 3, 1, we still end up at -3, -1. So X and Y stay, but change signs. Okay, so X and Y stay, but they both change signs. That's our rule. Okay, that's not too bad. You can handle that. Let's look at some examples. Okay, so I've got a triangle, JKL, that I have to rotate 180 degrees counterclockwise about the origin. So I'm going to plot these vertices and then we'll rotate it using the rule. So J is at 2, 2. K is at 4, -5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's K. And L is at -4, 0. Okay, now my rule says this, that I take my X and Y and I do this transformation. Okay, remember that we just had to leave them in their same spots. They don't swap. Leave them in their spots, but change their signs. So this will be the opposite of x, and this will be the opposite of y. Okay, so our new points are going to be j prime. Change the signs on both of those positive 2's. They both turn negative. So I've got a pair of negative 2's. K prime. The 4 turns negative, and the 5 turns positive. Here, I'll do that so we know that we changed a sign. And L prime, the 4 is going to turn positive, and the opposite of 0 is just 0. That one doesn't do anything. Okay, so here we go. I should probably connect my points. All right, let's connect the points. Okay, ooh, I did pretty good. Now we're going to rotate them. So j prime is at negative 2, negative 2. J prime. K prime is at negative 4, positive 5. That's K prime. And L prime is at positive 4, 0. So we just spun him around the origin. Actually, we went this way. We went counterclockwise. It's kind of fun. If you did it right, okay, this is something you're going to learn later, but if you did it right, notice that LK and L prime, K prime are parallel. So the corresponding sides from pre-image to image should be parallel if you did it right. Go ahead and check it, like look at each pair, and you'll see that it's true. It's a nice way to check yourself before you wreck yourself. Okay, that was it. Next one. Okay, we're going to go 90 degrees clockwise. Oh, this will be fun to see if Mrs. Winitz can remember the rule. Okay, so the rule says that we take our x and our y and we do this transformation to it. I know they swap spots. Which one turns negative? I think it's this one. Let's check to see if I'm right. This will be fun. Boom. All right. Yep. That was a really big win for the team, guys, because my short-term memory sucks. All right. Let's plot these points. R is at negative 1, 4. S is at 2, 1. T is at 3, negative 3. I know you guys love these little skinny squished triangles. Okay. So connect your points. And let's find the new vertices for the image. So we're going to take our x and y, they're trading spots, and we're going to make the new y coordinate the opposite. So r prime, I'm going to put the 4 in the x spot, and then I'm going to change the sign on the negative 1 and make it positive 1. My brain. Okay. We can do it. We can do it. Okay, S prime. Okay, swap the spots. 1, 2, but we make our new y coordinate opposite of what it was. Okay, T prime. Swap the spots. Negative 3, and change your new y coordinate to the opposite. Okay, here we go. Let's plot them. Okay, so R prime 4, 1. 4, 1. Right there. Okay, S prime, 1, negative 2. 1, nope, 1, negative 2. Okay, T prime. T prime should be at negative 3, negative 3. That's here. Yeah, so it just rotated 90 degrees that way. That's fun. It's kind of pretty. Okay. We're just cruising. Okay, RST. So R, is this the same one? Is this the same one? Are we just going the other direction? Yeah, this is the same one. We're just going to go in the other direction. That's fine. Okay. R is at negative 1, 4. S is at 2, 1. And T is at 3, negative 3. Oh, that's kind of silly looking. Oh, I was doing something. Okay, that's a little better. All right, let's write the rule. So this is the transformation I'm going to do to my x and my y. Okay, they're going to trade spots, and this time we're going to make the new x the opposite. Okay, so it'll be the y goes in the x spot, the x goes in the y spot, and make the new x, the old y, opposite. All right, r prime. Swap them, make the new x negative, because we want it to go this way. Okay, s prime. Swap them, make the new x negative. T prime. Swap them, and take the opposite of the new x. So this time it's going to go from a negative to a positive 3. Okay, let's plot our points. So negative 4, negative 1. Here is r prime, s prime, negative 1, positive 2. Get in there. And t is at 3, 3. If I say t, I meant t prime. Okay. There's your fun little rotation. 90 degrees counterclockwise about the origin as requested. All right. I don't know that we're going to need all these, guys. I want to for sure do this one, though. All right, we do not have a rule for rotating 270 degrees counterclockwise. But if you take 270 and divide it by 90, you're going to get 3. So 270 is basically 3 90-degree angles. 1, 2, 3. So 270 degrees is going to be equivalent to going clockwise 90 one time. You'll end up in the same spot. So we can convert that into clockwise 90. And that's the plan. So I do want to do this one. counterclockwise. Maybe. Okay, so here we go. Let's plot some points. A is at 1, 2. Nope, that's 2, 1. B is at 4, 3. C is at 2, -1. I don't like where I put A. That's dumb. Okay. So 270 degrees counterclockwise is going to be the same as a 90 degrees clockwise turn. You're going to end up in the same spot. Just kind of like if you go 180 counterclockwise and 180 counterclockwise, you know what I mean? You end up in the same spot. Okay. So here we go. Let's write the rule. A prime. What is the rule? The rule is, okay, we switch the x and the y. And if we're going clockwise, we want to make our new y value negative or change the sign. Okay, so I write the 2 first and make the 1 negative, basically. And then b prime, I write the 3 first and make the 4 negative. Okay, c prime, I write the -1 first and make the 2 negative. Before we go any further, let's just make sure I did that right. Clockwise. Yes, yes. Okay. Cool. Here we go. I didn't draw my triangle. Okay. So A prime is at 2, -1. Oh, that's fun. It lands on C. B is at 3, -4. That's B prime. C goes to -1, -2. That's C prime. So it just went, rotated. If you want to picture where these segments ended up, this one ended up here, if that helps your brain a little bit. Okay. Guys, I think that's all we need. I don't want to make this video last forever. Bye.